Good day. We want to talk about markets, business A level, AS level. So when talking about markets, basically we're talking about the place of contact between customers or consumers and buyers, consumers and suppliers of producers. So there's always an interaction market, which means that there's always a relationship between producers and consumers or suppliers and consumers in the market. So this trickles down. The interaction of demand and supply. In any market, the price is set where the wishes of consumers are matched exactly with those of producers. So the price called the equilibrium price is where supply and demand are equal. So the market will set the price, but if the market is going to set the price, it has to set the price on the basis that consumers will be willing to pay such amount. So there's always an equilibrium price. So that is what we call the market price. So the market price is also the equilibrium price, which is the price of agreement between the quantity demanded of the product and the quantity supplied. So here they said, basically that is what equilibrium price is about. So it means there's agreement between consumers and suppliers for such a price. So we just go and said, here the next paragraph said, the equilibrium price is also known as the market clearing price. Why do we call the equilibrium price the market selling price? We call the equilibrium price the market selling price because this is the price at which is assumed that all goods will be sold. Total goods supplied in that market will be sold in that market. That means the market will be cleared based on the fact that consumers are willing to pay such the amount that producers are going to sell. So there's going to be a clearing market. There's going to be a market clearing price, which is the same as equilibrium price. It is agreed that at that price, all supplies were sold. So then we have total revenue here. They said for total revenue, we're talking about the price of the product multiplied by the quantity sold. So we have an activity immediately. So please look at this graph here. This is our equilibrium. So this is our point of equilibrium. This is our point of equilibrium. So this is our point of equilibrium. This is our point of equilibrium. So this point is the point of agreement between the quantity demanded and the quantity supplied. So here, the equilibrium price is 1.5 and the equilibrium quantity is 60. So these are equilibrium quantity 60 and these are equilibrium price 1.5. So here we have, so these are equilibrium price. These are our equilibrium price. And these are our equilibrium points. Equilibrium point. And this will be our equilibrium quantity. Equilibrium quantity. So equilibrium quantity is the quantity of agreement between the quantity between the point of agreement between demand and supply. Equilibrium price is the price of agreement between demand and supply, and the equilibrium point is that point where the demand and supply curve are intersected. So that's about that. So we'll go further. We have activity 1 here. So for the activity, so we have, I said, this is a graph. I said we should state the equilibrium price and quantity. Based on this graph, the equilibrium price is 25. So the equilibrium price is 25. That's the price of agreement between the quantity demanded and quantity supplied, and the equilibrium quantity is 600. So using the diagram, explain what is meant by equilibrium price. Equilibrium price, I said earlier, is the price of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supplied. Then say what is the value of the total revenue at the equilibrium price? The value of the total revenue at the equilibrium price will be 25 multiplied by 600, which is 25 multiplied by 600. So here, 25 multiplied by 600, which gives us 15,000. So that's our total revenue. Because total revenue, that's 15,000. That's our total revenue. We'll move on. Then I think that is done. Then we have changes in demand. So for changes in demand, I'm going to use the graph to explain changes in demand. So if demand increases, price will rise. This is because producers react to rising consumer demand by putting up their prices. They can do this because customers want the product in higher numbers. So this is what we have. An increase in demand for a product is shown here. So when it comes to demand, it means that there would have been an increase in the quantity demanded of a product. So there's an increase in demand from D to D1. There's an increase in quantity demanded from D to D1. So let's say so here there's an increase in the quantity demanded of a product from Q to Q1, which means the quantity demand curve will shift to outward from D to D1. At this point in time, firms will have to respond in the market by increasing their price from P to P1. So definitely, so it means the initial equilibrium is at this point. This is our initial equilibrium, which is at P. But as soon as the quantity demanded increases, the new equilibrium price will be higher at P2. So the new equilibrium price will be at P2. This is the new equilibrium price because this is the new equilibrium price. Sorry. So this is the new equilibrium price. This is the old equilibrium price. Because as soon as price increases from D to D, as soon as quantity demanded increases from Q to Q1, the demand curve will shift rightward from D to D1. So there will be a new equilibrium price at P1. This is the new equilibrium price. So as this happens, price has increased in the market. What will happen to supply in the market? So let's look at the second graph here. So the second graph will tell us what happens in the market. So as firms are going to respond in the market, what happens to the quantity supply? The quantity supply in the market will increase from S to S1. So there'll be a new price. As soon as price increases from P to P1, there's going to be a new supply curve. The supply curve will shift rightward from S to S1. From S to S1. Why? Because at that point in time, firms will be willing to maximize their profits. But as soon as that increases, what happens in the market? There might be excess supply in the market. And if there's excess supply in the market, prices will fall from P to P1. So prices will fall in the market from P to P1. So look at the second graph here. Here we're talking about the supply of the product. An increase in the price of the product from P to P1. From P, let's say we have the equilibrium here, based on what we have the other time, P2. So now, as soon as the price increases as soon as we have a new equilibrium, as soon as there's an increase in the supply curve, as soon as there's an increase in the supply curve, there's an increase in the supply curve from S to S, from S to S1. Normally it's supposed to be from S to S1. The new equilibrium price will be at P2. Why? Because at that point in time, there's excess supply in the market, and when there's excess supply in the market, the price of the there's going to be a fall in the price of the products. So that will make our price to fall from P to P2. So what will firms do again to respond to that? So as excess supply is in the market, firms will stop producing products. So that will shift the quantity supply in the market leftward from Q. So the quantity supply in the market will shift leftward from Q to Q2. At this point in time, the supply curve will shift leftward from S to S2, which will increase the price from P to P2. So that's about market, quantity demanded, and changes in demand. Thank you.